We're about to do another home tour. Watch this video. Emma Chamberlain, if you know who she is, drop a comment below.
Hi AD, I'm Emma Chamberlain, and welcome to my house. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. Please come in. I worked on this house with...
Okay, first off, I don't know who Emma Chamberlain is. I know I can't, you're just shocked because you're obviously watching this video because you love Emma Chamberlain. But what I can tell you, she's happy. Man, she was like, come on in, like couldn't stop waving AD in the door. This would be a dream come true for a lot of people. She must be a pretty big celebrity if we care about where she lives. The vibes right away, amazing. The Japandi style, exposed wood beams, the neutral tones. I love the light woods, the whites, and then this beautiful fireplace with that really lovely texture. I can't wait to check this out. She's also got like the whole vibe going on. She's green, she's got a bunch of green in the background. Let's check this video out.
Marie and Ashley from prom, and we had the most fun ever. I feel like my style with clothing and home is very much taking a mixture of everything that I love from any era, any whatever, and making it all make sense together. And so I feel like every room has a different feel. And I love that.
So cool, right away. She's got a fantastic sense of style. She's obviously worked with a designer because these pieces are coming together phenomenally. I love the fact that everything's really neutral, and then the primary colors are all very earthy, like soft yellows, soft greens, colors that, to be honest, you don't see a ton. You tend to see more neutral colors. So her choice of playful colors is super exciting. There's some very retro stuff happening. Very, very cool. And I think those sofas are Edgera sofas, which are very high end. We were just talking about them earlier today, so very, very cool.
This house was built in the 50s, but it doesn't feel claustrophobic, and I feel like that's kind of rare. This had a kind of woodsy cabin in Lake Tahoe feel, but we're in LA. This is a painting by my dad, which is a reoccurring theme throughout the house. My dad's a rock star, and I love his stuff.
Chamberlain. Is her dad Matt? Is last name Chamberlain? Matt Chamberlain? Like the drummer Matt Chamberlain?
And this table, it was built by my team and I, and it's amazing. I've kind of always wanted to like go in it, but I don't know if it's a good idea to do that now, but I kind of want to try. Okay, so you can go inside. I feel like my cats are gonna love this. If I'm being completely honest, when we were like designing this room, I was like, it's gonna be really gorgeous, but I'm never gonna use it. And that's actually not true at all.
Okay, I love this shot of this room. I'm a huge fan of the exposed beams, but also like that timber looking ceiling. Tons of like cozy, cottagey vibes. It feels like this house was built in the 50s, like she mentioned. And I'm a big fan of the use of furniture, the size of that rug, like that's a huge, very expensive rug. And then her choice of artwork, like there's a lot of bridge themed stuff happening. Even the photo that her dad painted is like skies and green backgrounds. And I love the way this room peeks over into that living room space with those big dangling chandeliers that look really cool, or those pendant lights that are hanging from chains. Very eclectic, super cool style. I'm already into the style, it's great.
I actually hang out in here with my friends and we read books, which is crazy because who reads books?
Notice, she's not lying. There's no TV in this room, and I love that it's like actually an inspiring room to sit, pick up a good book. There's a fireplace, there's no TV in sight, and that's an A+ for Emma.
This is sort of a wall of inspiration. And I feel like when you just look at this wall, you're like, I want to pick up a book and I want to think and look at art. It's inspiring. What I really like about this room is that, you know, this half is very relaxing. You know, the colors are very...
Okay, the other thing, I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna guess at some point she's gonna reference Andy Warhol, and I'm totally just putting that out there and absolutely guessing because she's got like those photos in the back, this one over here with like these grocery store items. That is feeling very Andy Warhol. Even the choice of the colors, the primary colors, the yellows, the blues. There's some cool stuff happening here.
Soothing, and these windows are so gorgeous, the way that the light comes through.
So much good natural light in this house. That's the other reason everything feels so vibrant. It feels so cozy. And you can even see, despite all the windows, there's tons of privacy. She's got the hedges around her. Really beautiful looking space.
This couch is so amazing. I'll sit here, I'll journal. I've been getting into watercolor. I'm really bad at it. Sitting here and doing a little watercolor, it's a vibe. I never use a record player, but I do want that to change. Doing a little watercolor with a little Band on the Run, like that's a Sunday. This might be my favorite thing in the house. Check it out. I bought these little Russian dolls that are painted.
Girl's got good taste, man. Band on the Run, she's got some Beatles nesting dolls, she's got ABBA nesting dolls. Like, I should know who this is, I can tell.
This one is the Beatles. This one is ABBA. I'm obsessed, like you don't understand how much I love these. They're my favorite thing I've ever bought.
Favorite thing she ever bought is some Russian nesting dolls with like the Beatles on them. Who knew, man? Look, you can have all the money in the world and you can just want to buy Russian nesting dolls.
This is a piece that's actually not my dad's. My dad painted this insane piece actually specifically for my house. He also painted these. These have been a part of my art collection for a while now. But these three are new. This is the peanut butter aisle at the grocery store. And I chose this because I ate so much
Andy Warhol, say it.
peanut butter as a kid. It was like an entire food group for me. So this is very nostalgic. And these, they have personality in a way that I rarely feel when I look at art. Like I look at them and I know them.
Bummer. She's like Emma, know some of your reference points here, girl.
So this is the formal dining room. To be honest, this table came in a few days ago. I have not used it.
That table's so sick. I've never seen a table with that surfboard shape. I love it. Love the eccentric look of like the chairs, the eclectic vibes everywhere, like really cool sense of style.
I think I love it because it looks so soft, but yet, you know, it's hard. That's something I love. I love when something's made out of a hard material, but it still finds a way to look soft. I feel like that's so magical. I just don't eat dinner like at a table. So I don't think this is gonna end up being used for that. I feel like this is gonna be for puzzles, for arts and crafts, but it is gorgeous.
So definitely a common trend with furniture is there's furniture that is functional and there's furniture that's for form. And this is what I would call form furniture. Its form is beautiful, it's elegant, this table's timeless, it's gonna be beautiful forever, but you're not gonna wanna sit down there and like eat a steak on that table. And I don't know, maybe I just offended her, maybe she's like a vegetarian, but you get the point, okay?
So this is a truing chandelier. I've never really had a super strong opinion on chandeliers, ever. It's just one of those things that I don't feel passionate about necessarily until I saw this one. And I was like, no, that's what I like. Because it's not a classic chandelier. It's very cool. And I feel like chandeliers are never cool.
Cool.
And I love it. Hopefully there's not an earthquake, because seriously, there's gonna be some problems. So honestly, this is where I eat most of the time. It's just easy.
Whoops. Didn't mean to show that shot underneath the counter there and you realize how rough it looks underneath counters. Fun fact, if you've never looked underneath your island in your kitchen, look underneath there, man. There's all kinds of like stamps and like logos and like black etched on material that it's written on. Like it's all kinds of ghetto, and they just revealed the underside of her kitchen counter, which I knew was gonna look kind of ghetto. But this kitchen looks beautiful. Big picture window in the back. Also, the picture windows that she has almost look like her art pieces, which is so cool. She's got those art pieces of like the exteriors of beautiful landscapes, and then her window is beside it, and it looks so beautiful. I'm loving the way this kitchen looks. Really liking the way that hood fan looks over the range. Let's check it out.
I saw a photo once of a green kitchen, like years ago. Fell in love, was obsessed. When it came to doing my own kitchen, I knew I wanted to do something green, but I wasn't sure what. That was kind of in my head going into this kitchen. We actually ripped out the whole kitchen and redid it.
They nailed this kitchen. I'm a big fan of the way this kitchen looks. The fact that it's got like all of this green material going on, the beautiful stone, those brass looking finishes. Like I really think that they nailed this look. And I love that they went with something that's like light colored, neutral. It matches her whole outfit today, which is super cool. Let's watch some more of this.
And I felt like this sort of minty, sagey green was the perfect happy medium. I know I'm not gonna get sick of this, but it still has that fun pop to it.
Yeah, this is a kitchen that will eventually look dated because it's like a trendy green color, but she picked a light enough tone that it'll look cool for a really long time. It'll be the kind of vibe that in like 10, 20 years, it'll look dated, but it'll look super sick and bougie and high end.
What are these? I mean, I don't know. I found them on Etsy. for like $5 and I was so excited. I have like a whole coffee corner. Of course we have my espresso machine with little Chamberlain coffee magnets. Kind of a little bit conceited, but no, I got a rep though, you know? And then I have a whole coffee drawer. I'm proud of this.
Whoa, she's got her own coffee company. Hold on. Who is this girl? What's happening? I officially really like her even more because coffee's my thing, so this is a really good start.
This house overall has a lot of light. I mean, in here is a great example. There's so much light coming in, and that's very important.
Yeah, they've nailed it on light. This space is so beautiful. Hold on though, like this girl, is she a famous coffee girl? Is this her claim to fame?
Not even. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit now.
Okay,
so the reason why like coffee became a big part of her brand was because she would basically do vlogs on YouTube when it was super, super popular.
Okay.
And her whole thing was that she would literally just go get Starbucks in her car while recording herself and then just sit in her car and drink her Starbucks coffee and just talk for like ever about anything. And she was just super relatable and people like loved it. And now Chamberlain Coffee is like the tea bags. It's like tea bags, but it's coffee. You put it into hot water and then it makes you a really good coffee.
so she's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Should have known. She's super comfortable on camera. She's really smiley. She's got that whole like girl next door vibe. I don't even know if that's the right vibe, but you know what I mean? Like that very friendly, cute, sweet girl who you're like, yeah, that's the girl next door, man. She's really sweet.
But now she got like really big where like even like celebrity people know her. Like she went to the Met Gala and all this kind of stuff. So like she's like big now.
Now she's like the Kim Kardashian girl next door. So there you go. Really quick, who's her dad?
This is kind of like the party bathroom. It's super accessible in the main living area. This is the one that most people use. And it's a little bit wild and crazy in here. I mean, we have a snail. It's funny because I hated snails growing up, fully had like a phobia. Here,
She just broke her thing while showing it. I was thinking to myself, imagine someone was to touch that snail and break it. She breaks it right then and there. I should have said it first. Also, this wallpaper in this space, funky, crazy. I love that mirror off to the left. Even the frame of the mirror is glass. So you've got the circular spot in the middle, and then you've got the actual glass frame around it. Makes the space feel bigger. It's pulling those textures into the mirror frame, which actually makes the whole space feel really, really cool. Big fan of the space so far. Her use of that natural stone pedestal sink area looks amazing. Big fan of this, super cool.
I shouldn't be touching things. This wallpaper was something that Marie and Ashley brought to me and was like, what do you think? And I was
like, very expensive. How expensive is this wallpaper?
It's like, honestly, I have no idea. And I love it. Like, it's so unique and
expensive.
Warm. I mean, it fully transformed the room. This sink actually...
I actually would have thought that wallpaper would have came with this house because this house was built in the 50s and it's got that vibe of like, it looks dated but cool and hip. This girl's got some like wild retro style happening.
Came with the house. I mean, we loved it. We call this bathroom the Flintstone bathroom because...
Oh, so there you go. That thing came with the house, like she was just saying. That makes sense to me. What a cool place. Like sometimes you just buy a cool place and it comes with cool furniture.
This is Flintstone energy. The Flintstone bath. So we're in my dressing room. I live alone. So I had some extra bedrooms to play with. And one thing that was kind of a dream of mine was to have sort of a dressing room.
Quick tip for you guys, don't ever turn a bedroom in your house into a closet unless it's reversible. And the reason is, as soon as you take a bedroom out of your house and you turn it into a closet and it's staged like a closet, people can't imagine it being a bedroom anymore. And it actually reduces the bedroom count in your house and makes it way less valuable. But the one exclusion and exception to that is if you're Emma Chamberlain and you have your multi-million-dollar house in the hills, in Hollywood, wherever, and you want to convert your bedroom into a closet, I say absolutely go for it, Emma.
I'm kind of mortified to admit that I have this as an entire room. Like, I'm going to be honest, it's a little bit, it's like, really, Emma? Yes. But see, like if I live in this house when I'm older and I have a child, we're getting rid of this and we're putting a kid in here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm thinking about the future, but for right now, it's time to be selfish.
There you go. So she just said it. In the future, probably have to convert it back. So as long as it's easy to switch back, totally works. I love that she's got an open concept. The thing about open concept shelving like that, you better hope all those shoes are nice and organized, or that thing's gonna look like a mess in 2 seconds.
I love sweater vests. I mean, I especially take inspiration from people in their 60s. Like they're a really good source of inspiration. Like a cool grandpa wearing a vest with like a cool shirt under it. Chic. This is...
Her whole house gives me the vibe of someone who's like a cool grandpa that's like, look at this super sick house I converted. I was actually at a house the other day that I was like, I love that house, I wanted to buy it. I knocked on the door, the owner invited me in. She was easily 80 years old, very kind of like fragile, but she was like dressed really nice. It was a Sunday afternoon, it was like 4 p.m. The sun was going down because it's winter over here in Canada. She had like a wool thing around her, almost looked like an animal that was draped around her and like dressed really bougie. Her husband came down the stairs. I thought he was gonna die in front of me because he looked like he was 90 and super old, and their home looked amazing. It looked just like this actually. Floor to ceiling windows, art everywhere that's very eclectic, very much the style. So guys, when she says, I like the whole like old grandpa thing, she's not kidding. By the way, grandpa's 60? Like, I think she actually means a little bit older, but she's so young that even 60 seems ancient to her. Favorite room ever. There's a drum kit in there already. I love this furniture. This is looking super, super sharp. And like the whole vibe, there's very much the Japandi minimalist, really great tones. We're continuing to see that carried throughout the home. Sick looking room.
This is the chill hangout room. So the other living room is like, we're gonna really take care of our minds in here. And then in here, it's like no more rules. The cool thing in this room is the drum set. And listen, before I even show you the drum set, we really need to get this out of the way. When I say I'm not very good at drums, I'm actually awful. I enjoy doing it anyway.
Please play these drums. So earlier I thought a different person was her dad because her name's Emma Chamberlain. There's a famous drummer named Matt Chamberlain. Go check him out, he's amazing. I wish he was her dad, because if he was her dad, she'd be able to play these drums. Let's see if she plays these. You can't skip the drum set and not play it. My heart's a little bit broken, Emma. I will trust that somewhere else on the internet there's a video of you playing drums that we can go watch. Here we go, guys. She's better than I thought. She said she was absolutely terrible. She's like playing beats and stuff, man. Yeah, she needs some lessons though. She's like very rigid, like
That was kind of fire.
That face of her being like, oh, it sounds so good.
Wait, I got it. That one needs a lot of work. No.
The number of times, because I used to play drums and actually teach drums, guys, and I was like a professional drummer. The number of times someone just stops playing, yells no, is like, if I had 25 cents for every time that happens, man, I'd be super rich.
I'm so sick of it.
That last clip of her face, let's go back and zoom in on that.
I'm so sick of it because I sit at this goddamn stupid drum set every day and I'm still not that good.
It's because you get the wrong attitude, that's why. You can't have an attitude like that. It takes time, and you gotta sit at it every day, and you gotta like just patiently learn. She's like in such a rush, man. So Emma, if you're watching this, I will give you some drum lessons for free. We'll make you sound like Questlove, playing on the little Questlove kit. It'll be great, trust me. Awesome, very cool bonus, best bonus ever. But right away, primary bedroom looking fantastic. I love that integrated fireplace in this primary bedroom space over here on the left. Looks awesome. Her taste in furniture, guys, is spot on. That little chair right there with like the little coffee table thing beside it is super sick. This thing on the ground, I'm hoping is like some kind of crazy mood light, like super cool space. Her use of greenery and trees inside and outside the house is what makes the space feel like the outside's kind of coming in and like you're outside all the time. Really cool vibes happening here.
In my bedroom, and I really wanted this room to just feel soothing. My favorite part of this room is these big windows that aren't too bright, but they still allow nature inside. This is my favorite bedroom I've ever had. There's a little fireplace. This fireplace didn't come with the house. We kind of built it out to look kind of more architectural.
Not only does she have fantastic taste, but Emma knows how to spend her money. I'm looking at the bed, I'm looking at the furniture. Like, just those chairs alone are thousands and thousands of dollars for that little chair there. Probably like $3,000-4,000. And then that bed, it kind of has this Edra vibe. Edra's the sofa company that I've mentioned earlier that you definitely need to go check out, who make anywhere from like $5,000 to $30,000+ sofas. And this bed gives off that vibe. So really cool use of furniture all throughout. Her place looks like it's been professionally designed and staged, and I love the way it feels. You could sell this house as it is and not even need staging. It looks amazing.
This is a highlight. It's this blanket. It has this little tiger on it. Now, at first glance, you're like, okay, it's a tiger. But then you look a little bit closer and you're like, he's a weird tiger. What it reminded me of was when Napoleon Dynamite drew a liger. And that's my favorite movie of all time.
Of course, that's her favorite movie. This girl's like predictable, man. That would be her favorite movie, and that is the ugliest tiger I've ever seen. The blanket looks dope, though.
Yeah. I lost my mind when I found this cat bed because cat accessories are so not cute at all, ever. So I did this internet deep dive to try to find cute cat stuff, like scratching post, cat bed. It was super overpriced though. This was like one of the few things in this house where I'm like, that just wasn't worth the money at all.
So if she's saying this thing's overpriced and it wasn't worth the money, drop a comment below. What do you think she spent on this little cat world dome thing? I'd love to know, because if she's saying this expensive, it's probably even more money than I'm ready to comprehend right now.
And then this reminded me of honeycomb. And honestly, it looks like yummy. Like I would eat it. Honestly, that's kind of like the good judge of like marble. You know it's good if you just wish you could eat it.
Never once crossed my mind. I've never looked at marble and thought, oh, I would love to have that marble in my stomach right now. Super strange. Emma, you know what though? It's seeming to work for you because you know what you're picking. These stones look great.
I just turned 21.
Did she just say she just turned 21? This girl's like super young, 10 years younger than me if you can believe it. And she has phenomenal taste so far in architecture and music. There's some cool inspirations obviously in her life. Maybe the fact her dad's an artist and a painter. Very cool choices so far because she's done the eclectic thing in a mature way that's hard to pull off. Like she doesn't just pick super quirky stuff. It all kind of feels like it works together, which tells me she's worked with a designer. This is really well done. Super sick backyard area. We've got like corn on the cob looking drink holders. Those outdoor chairs look like they're that restoration hardware vibe. They're gorgeous. I love the vibe of this backyard and everything looks like it's clean lines. Even when you look at this photo, the pool is very square, bar area is very square, the furniture's square, the shade and like umbrellas look very square, and then the whole fence looks square. So there's clean lines everywhere, really pretty. And then it's broken up with kind of the choppiness of the stone in the back. Really pretty. Again, there's like someone really brilliant behind a bunch of this architecture. It looks awesome. Oh.
It's actually kind of relaxing to like get all the leaves. I feel like
She's never cleaned that pool in her whole life. You could tell. She's like, oh, I'm gonna hold this thing with one hand and then get knocked in the pool by this pool cleaner. There's an even better shot of that backyard. See all the clean lines? You see the straight lines? See what I'm talking about? Everything is straight lines, very clean, very tidy, very well designed.
It's pretty obvious that I just turned 21. Like I'm gonna be so mad about this in like literally 2 years and I'm gonna be like, why did I do that?
100% earlier was gonna say the fact she just turned 21 and she had her little bar area. I'm like, are you even old enough to have those things, Emma? I love it, super cool space. Also green and like that lime yellow green color is clearly her favorite color because it's everywhere. It's in her outdoor furniture. She's wearing this like very neutral earthy green outfit. There's tons of yellows and greens throughout the video if you're paying attention. So there's the theme with our video today with Emma.
So these corn tables. Obviously they give me the summer feeling. Everybody's putting corn on the grill during the summer, but actually I got this as a gift and I got one of them. And I loved them so much that I bought
corn on the cob. Okay, would you have a corn on the cob piece of decoration in your house outside? Like it looked like it had the strings coming out from the corn. You know when you bite corn and the strings are coming out like between the kernels? It's got that whole vibe going and there's a section in the middle that's missing that looks like someone took a bite of it. All right, Emma, man, she's like getting very eclectic now.
So we're in the bathroom off the pool, and this bathroom was fully inspired by the feeling inside of us.
How sick is this bathroom off the pool? Imagine you had a bathroom off the pool. You're like, yeah, welcome to my bathroom off the pool that's like clad with wood everywhere. Looks super dope. Those tiles from the outdoor carried in. This thing looks gorgeous. It's like one of the most beautiful parts of her home, and it's her bathroom outdoor. Let's check this out.
Sailboat. Funny story though, actually, this room, when I first bought the house, was so scary that it almost made me not want to buy the house. Like, this was the room that I walked into in its initial form, and I was like, oh, this place is haunted. Got it.
I have 100% walked into homes where you go throughout the whole house and you get to that one room somewhere in the house where you're like, someone has been murdered in this house. I'm gonna pass, no thank you. And you're like trying to talk to the buyer, like, no, you don't understand, we can renovate this. We could turn it into like Emma's outdoor pool area. It's gonna be super sick. Glad that she got over her fear of that. This room looks amazing just off the pool. I love it, big fan. Great job, Emma.
Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you around.
All right, I'm gonna give Emma's house a 10 out of 10 today. I think this space is perfect. The eclecticness, the unique style, it's her vibe. I love the light everywhere. We've got light overhead, light from the sides. We've got rooms dedicated to reading, dedicated to the fireplace. There's multiple fireplaces in all the rooms. Love the space, love the way it's put together. The outdoor space, the unity between the whole house. It feels like it's a 10 out of 10. She had a designer go through and they just nailed it. Super unique, super cool. If you wanna check out more videos like this where we do these property tours, click the link right here and check it out. We go through all kinds of celebrity houses and I leave my thoughts on the things that are great and the things that ain't. So drop a comment below, hit subscribe, smash the like button, follow along. More to come, my friends. Check out the whole playlist over here. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna love it. Click it, check it. Gonna click it? Go for it. Click it. Cheers, guys.